So the New York law, New York's not the only law that has a restriction on what you do with information that you may have gathered, this biometric identifiers. And you heard Ben say this was a major concern of the City Council in thinking about this law. So once you've gathered biometric information, right, you can use it for yourself, but you can't sell it, trade it, lease it, or share it. And sharing can be tricky in exchange for anything of value, right? So that's easy enough. You can't get dollars for names, for pictures of people that identify who they are. And you can't otherwise profit from the transaction. So that's a fairly broad statement, and Rich called this out earlier. And one of the things this may do is it may produce some concern about people creating databases where you have communal databases and you agree to share your biometric information with that of another person in a similar business to produce a common database that can be used across multiple different organizations. That kind of stuff is going to be very tricky. And there are definitely people in the business who, instead of just buying information or private information, want to share it or trade it or use it. If you give me your information, I'll give you access to my complete database. That's going to be something that's going to require a great deal of careful lawyering to navigate around. And basically, the New York law says, we don't want you doing this. And we know this is going to be important because we see this in other places. So there's a BIPA case that we reference here that happens to be one out of Washington, but it's looking at a similar kind of a provision, which is what does it mean to say that you are getting a benefit or something of value in exchange for some information. And the key thing is the court said it's not 100% clear to me. I can't decide this on a motion to dismiss. It's going to be fact intensive. And that's something that we should think pretty carefully about, therefore, when you're dealing with this. Bottom line, most small businesses won't intentionally want to be in the business of transacting in biometric information, but accidentally there might be an industry that grows up around it. And big businesses that are multi-state will probably already understand that this is a problem because of other laws. But New York is not at all lax on this. This is a fairly stringent standard and something to be paid attention to.